is destroying your favorite VTuber's algorithm by Cha-Cha, your Vmom. I think everyone talked about this already. I kinda lost the eye, but I don't give a shit. I still wanna see the video and give my thoughts about it anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't even get views on YouTube anyway, so I think it doesn't matter.
I wanted to talk to you guys about
Very nice so far, John. Very nice. Thank you.
And algorithms. I think it's really important to talk about, at least for me. Yeah, guys, it's tea time. It's tea time. I was debating about whether or not I should talk about this at all. It might be a little bit controversial.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't care. I think I'm gonna say something about it. Back in the day,
yeah, you
about
shouldn't
a year
care,
ago,
really.
a year ago, I was doing a lot of multi-streaming on TikTok, okay? It was really easy for me to...
Wait, I recognize this music on her background. Isn't that game that you... I forgot the name, where you have to create a code? You have to gotta create a code or something? I forgot the name. It's something like that. And you play with small guys. It's not chibi. It's... I don't know. It's kind of... I don't know. It's kind of a different game. Yeah. I forgot the name of it.
Go into just chatting segments where I'd hold up a popsicle and look like I'm like swimming in the water, and I'd do my just chatting segments and I'd get 1,000 people, 1,200 people, 1,400 people, 1,600 people. And I'd be just doing just chatting segments, talking to people. Several other VTubers, you know, also utilize TikTok and you know, they'll do just chatting segments and stuff like that. But I noticed that when we were doing our Assassin's Creed Black Flag stream, that I was getting pinged for being unoriginal content. It didn't make sense to me. I tried doing a just chatting stream, no game. I changed my model. I thought, is it my model? Like, is it too sexual? Like, what is it? So I changed my model. Again, every 5 minutes, the TikTok...
Yeah, TikTok is so freaking annoying. I tried to have a channel there, and like it was so freaking annoying that I just gave up. Like, it's so annoying.
TikTok algorithm would come over and say, "This is unoriginal content. We are suppressing your stream."
And why did they use?
I played around with it. I experimented, and we turned off the stream, turned it back on, turned the stream off, turned it back on, and every 5 minutes, their algorithm would basically come in to moderate the stream to see whether or not they should push it to more viewership. Because I would be hitting 100 viewers, and then the TikTok system would be like, stop right there, we're not feeding you anybody else because this is unoriginal content. And I was like, why? That doesn't make any sense. I think it thinks that I'm AI. Why do I think that? Why would that be a factor? Recently, for a lot of React VTubers, all of our algorithms have been crap lately. But it's like, why?
I totally agree with that. Since January, my channel just like was knocked out of existence. And doesn't matter what I do, it just doesn't seem to recover at all. So obviously, like, you start to get tired, and now I don't care about the words I say anymore. Like, you say that I don't care about the words I say anymore. I don't care about censoring words. I don't care about anything because nothing seems to help with fixing my problem. So I don't give a shit anymore. I just publish whatever I want there. And that's it, because nothing that I try to do there actually matters to numbers, to views, to algorithm. It doesn't, like, thumbnail, better title, none of that shit matters. The reality is none of that shit matters. So I just post there, and I don't give a shit anymore to how YouTube is actually going, you know? I just post that.
Why is it that TikTok believes that we are AI? It didn't make a lot of sense to me, and so I was scrolling. Sens is another VTuber, and he's been on TikTok forever, and he got nerfed. But I noticed that recently he tried a flesh...
Well, I don't know what you guys think about this. So special about her model. I don't see anything impressive here.
Tubing, just chatting stream, and then
I like though the way that she can express herself while she's talking with her hands, like her hands gesture. I think like it's not an easy thing to do. I think this give like this by itself gives a lot more entertainment, like on her videos. Because I mean, even if I had a 3D model to do that, I don't know if I would be able to do what she's doing right now. You know, all these expressions with her hands. Like, it's not easy as it looks like. You know, you gotta train that, and I think this is actually amazing that she does. I think she does that pretty much well.
Bam! He was able to get 200, 300 CCV on TikTok. CCV being like the people that were coming to stream to see his stream. And it's like, oh my gosh, TikTok
But
really
besides
is
it, I don't see anything
suppressing VTubing
special with her
specifically.
model at all.
Again, why? I wanted to talk about what is happening in the VTuber space at the minute. I'm not trying to gatekeep when I say this, but let's stop and watch the video for a little bit. So this is Leaflet. She's another VTuber, and she is working on a AI-made VTuber model, and she's also working on an RPG game using an AI system.
Hey guys, Leaf here. I have an update. I was working on the project for a little bit today. The big things are, there are a couple new features I added. One of them was a little bit of smoothing, animation smoothing, so it pops a little bit now. It has a little intentional like jump that makes the animation switches feel a little bit more intentional, and I think it helps a little bit. And I also added a little bit of voice detection. I changed like how it detects so that it doesn't just cut out right away like when you're speaking, because when people speak, they usually talk in bursts, at least I do. Some people also do that. It doesn't just automatically cut off if you wait like a couple like milliseconds between your next word. And then some other things I did was a little bit of smoothing for the emotions. So there's a little.
Well, if that's true, I will give like already a small of my thoughts that I already thought up until here in this video. So she's blaming AI for YouTubers, like VTubers getting naked left and right on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and etc. Or having views naked, or being like getting slapped with inauthentic content. And I think like there is some flaws with this logic. And one of these is that like actually the algorithm is not just trained by the fucking Jew-tards on YouTube, you know? It's also trained by the feedback that the viewers do on that. And we know how marvelous is the quote-unquote VTuber community, right, guys? So I can imagine a lot of retarded leftish wokies, like, reporting, like, literally VTubers that they don't agree with, literally everything, like, say, oh, this is AI shit, oh, this is AI slop. So they are training the freaking AI to hate VTubers themselves, and then they gotta do record videos to complain about that, to complain about the AI, and you know, and this is so retarded. I mean, this is one of the reasons, but I don't think it's the only thing. I think, like, for example, if you see the explanation about YouTube about what is considered inauthentic content, it's just that their old policies of like being of repetitive content. They basically just altered the name, and they are enforcing more, and that's literally it. So it's something that is just being like, it's something that is just spammy. It's spammy content. Content that is not too much original, nothing too much transformative, that you don't add anything, that you make too much propaganda ads, you know. Even though my views dropped a lot on YouTube, and yes, like my channel just like was destroyed in algorithm, but I never get slapped with inauthentic content or any shit like that happen to this very day. So I think if you do not do that, you are good. Obviously, I'm not saying that Chacha did that because she was naked on TikTok many times. Obviously, she wasn't doing that. But I mean, TikTok is TikTok, man. Everyone gets naked on TikTok by literally everything. If you are not retarded enough, you will get naked on TikTok. It's simple as it is. It's simple as it is. If you are naked on TikTok, if you are banned or anything, you're probably not like being retarded. That's literally
A bit of changes there when going between emotions and stuff like that.
And probably
another thing I added was I added
end of the topic.
randomization. So
Probably.
now you can have multiple multiple lead-in emotes and multiple outro emotes so that you can run a random emote system where
I tried.
say
I
you
tried
wanted
to be on TikTok.
I mean, here in this case, I'll
I was
transmute
trying
my
to
gun.
be everywhere, but it just doesn't work to me. Like I hate that. I don't like the platform. I don't like I don't like anything. So I end up dropping TikTok.
Switching back to the original state and switching into the gun state can have a random animation. So here's like an outro. She drops the gun. She drops the gun and then transmute another one. And it's random, so it could play the same one multiple times, but...
I still cannot stand that. Those tards on X, they look at this and call it slop. This is so nice, man. This is so amazing.
Here's another one, see it plays like a completely different one.
The reason why, guys, the reason why I didn't use it that yet, I mean, it's because I will need to spend dollars on it. A few dollars on it, and I don't want to. Because, I mean, I'm not spending money at all into stuff, so that's why I didn't use it that yet. But when someone finds out some way that I can not use money on that at all, like I will probably be using it a few times here to at least to show how it works or my thoughts on it, or so we do go testing and talking about it. I don't know.
No wonder TikTok believes that 3D avatars and 2D avatars used in 2D are AI, because this is becoming more and more common. The ability that AI has to do this is incredible. And I don't say that to support AI, but it is incredible the ability it has to transform these 2D characters into something more animated and moving. But this is why TikTok is saying, oh, 2D VTubers are AI, because this is more and more accessible. This is not a bash on anyone, okay? This is not what I'm trying to say. I am not trying to bash AI. I'm not trying to bash Leaflet. I'm not trying to say any of that. I like supporting people. But I wanted to explain what's going on in the space for people that I suppose would be like wondering, why am I not taking off? Why is it that I am live streaming on TikTok or YouTube Shorts and I'm not getting audience? Is it because
I know that, Amos. I know I can use my own API. I know that. But I'm not paying for an API for that, you know? Like, I don't. I have Grok. If she implements like the Grok usage on that, somehow, I don't know, like, maybe I would use, but I mean, because I paid already for Super Grok, you know, so yeah, I would use Grok, but yeah.
I suck? Are like, why am I not growing? It's because TikTok and YouTube at the moment, the current culture is AI bad. Because what they want to prevent is slop content becoming super regular. But like, even then on TikTok, slop content is becoming more and more regular for AI. AI content just, no matter what, it exists. Shorts are constantly being fed. Have you seen like the AI series compilation stuff where it's like, I was reborn and now I have a second chance at life? AI does make content creation more accessible, especially if you can't afford it. However, the current meta not only suppresses AI, but it's also suppressing VTubers in general. It's lumping 2D VTubers into the AI slop category. And that's why this is so topical right now. Because there are so many people who are trying to grow, you know, and basically by having...
This might be happening even intentionally. After all, like, we all know how much the mainstream media hates so freaking much anime overall. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are just doing that on purpose. And it doesn't even have to do with AI or anything. They are just using it as an excuse to purge anime girls in general.
This content more available. Having it so much more easily accessible basically takes everyone and throws them into a sinking ship unless you have a pre-existing platform. Unless you've already built and cultivated your audience where you're more recognizable. It's like the rich stay rich Does that make sense? I think this is really cool. Like I won't lie. This is really cool. However, I still do believe that if you choose to go the AI route, artists who make a living doing art suffer because
I think you're wrong about that, Tasha, because I mean, these things are happening already at least since January. And people are actually starting doing this with AI like a few months ago, like 2-3 months ago, that you start to see more people doing stuff like this. Like it's not so long. So it doesn't make sense. I think this is just like, I'm not saying that you're doing that intentionally. Obviously not, Chacha. But I think you're wrong on that. Like, I think they obviously they'll probably hold this what you're saying as a plausible excuse. But I don't think that, let's suppose that people weren't using AI to do all of this stuff that you're saying, Chacha. Like, I still think that we probably would be still be in the same situation that we are right now, if that's all true, what you're saying, like in the way that you're saying. So, not that you're lying, but like, I mean, we all can be just wrong, And yeah, this is what I think. I think even if it wasn't for all these AI things that Leaflet is doing and all the others and stuff, we would still would be being purged by the RFN anyway. We just like our brain automatically just found like the most plausible excuse for the pain that we are suffering, but it doesn't mean that we are actually right about that. Obviously, what you're saying, it's gotta be considered, but I don't think this is actually the reason. Or it might be not the only reason, but might be one of the reasons. I don't know.
AI is so much more easily accessible.
For me, it's just way more simple than that. They don't want to see. They are starting to realize how problematic VTubers are. They already don't like anime, anything from Japan at all. And this is all based on anime, and they hate anime. And I mean, most of VTubers are cute, and they hate cute things. And I think this is enough. This for them is enough.
So
you don't need to
for
think
a
that
lot of artists,
further.
because VTubing was started with the foundation of artists.
Mama will always love you.
Will not work with people who support AI. So like, yeah, it's not a bash on whether you use it or not, but it is an explanation of why artists abhor AI. And it's one of those things where, a lot of artists will probably be out of jobs. And that's just the reality of it. And people are going to be bitter because of it. So the world of streaming in general changes immensely because of AI. And I do wonder where that will lead in streaming and VTubing, content creation, etc. long term. Because right now,
So, coming from the same way that you're talking, then, Chacha, then flash VTubers and faceless VTuber, flash tubers, and faceless tubers as well, like the ones that doesn't have anything at all on the screen, like they would be as screwed as us. After all, people are doing AI with all this content as well. People are doing content videos with AI faking to be a real person there. Like using AI to simulate a real person there. We already can find many channels like that around. And also I think the most common is actually the faceless channel where there's just like an AI voice and like images on screen, and editing. And things like that. I think probably is the most common one, but literally everything, like if it's really true, then all the other types of content would be damaged as well. I really don't think it's the case, really.
the meta is, like I said, AI bad. But in 5-10 years, are people going to be saying the same thing? And why will they be saying differently or the same? It's very thought-provoking. And so this is just something that I've been thinking about lately.
Yeah, what's gonna happen is that after 10 years, all this bullshit crap that artists are crying about now will be probably over. You'll not see people complaining about that. It's the same what happens about Uber drivers and taxi drivers. I don't see taxi drivers like complaining anymore. Like, there's nothing they can do. Uber came to stay. They tried everything they could to lobby that with the government, so Uber would not exist here, but they couldn't. In the end of the day, like, Uber still exists. They had to accept it and move on, and that's exactly what's gonna happen with artists, you know. And people will accept that as a routinary use for everything. And it in 10 years, it will not matter anymore if it's AI or not. No one will give a goddamn shit. And this is what people don't understand. I don't know if it's for ignorance or for just for selfishness. I don't know, but they just don't understand that. This is all worthless,
Especially as I, jumped on to do a stream for like the first time in almost like a year on TikTok. I just think it's interesting that so far over the past, I don't know how long it's been.
In 10 years, probably they will not even care to label something as AI or not. They will not even give a shit to that.
I think it's the past couple of months where YouTube and TikTok has cracked down on VTubing. Even if you are modestly dressed, it's been flagging creators that make content.
Actually, I risk saying that they will have to actually abandon the AI tag, since it was supposed to be the exception, and they will have to create a tag for real creators, because they would be the ones lacking in 10 years, in my opinion. Everything will be 100% produced with AI, or at least 70% produced with AI. Everything, everyone. You find a real content creator here will be so freaking difficult.
As AI, and it suppresses and it prevents VTubing
or non-existent
from being
at all,
more
or non-existent.
widely spread. And I think that that's probably one of my frustrations as a VTuber, because I got into content creation
Wait. You're making cheese ordering pizza?
hoping to be more anonymous. And it's because I have kiddos and stuff like that. Eventually, I would like to get to the point where I do more IRL content creation. But not everyone has that luxury. I do care enough about my anonymity that, I want to keep my kids safe, and it's a hard balance. That's why I appreciate VTubing. I will say that I find it disappointing if VTubing overall was suppressed.
I would go faceless if that was the case, but I don't believe it is. But if that was the case, I would go faceless, do anything without an avatar at all. Or maybe with images here and there. For example, channels like Atiori does, and many other channels there that put some images here and there. Instead of of IRL streaming.
AI is...
It's really not worth it for you to show your face online. It's not worth. It's definitely, and each more the time goes on, each year that passes by, it's less and less. I think it's already not worth at all to show face. But I mean, I'm generally speaking overall, the population, everyone that's creators. I think each year that passes by, the more and more creators like VTubers you're gonna see. This will be more and more common, and or faceless channels or things like that. People will avoid more and more to show their face online, just because there is literally no reason to at all.
It's gonna be more prevalent and crazier and more impressive than ever. Like I said, this, when she starts transmuting her gun, it is so impressive. Things like this are only going to become more prevalent. It just makes me curious of how this will...
Yes, it will become more prevalent. I already saw today. Let me see if I find here. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I find here to show you guys. I don't know if I saved. I don't think I saved. I don't know if it's in the likes. Where is that again? I think it's bookmarks. I don't know. I like to bookmark that. I'm not even sure if I like to bookmark that. I'm thinking. to not like scroll endless and not knowing, because to be honest, I don't even remember if I bookmarked that. Damn, what's the name of the guy again? Oh yeah, I found it here. It's this one. This guy right here. Let me see if I find the post. I think it's this one. Oh yeah. I have contemplated attempting to begin a larger project. One to at the very least make 3D models that are Wardo variant VRM format. Partially because it supports custom shaders with proper cavities for mouths and eyes, eyelids, not 2D as most AI model systems do. If possible, I'd eventually like to set up all the bone rigging and facial blend shapes, even empty blend targets, so the user can rather easily sculpt the shades expressions in Blender. Is still exploring the viability of such a system. Model systems exist, but create inequality with inconsistencies. Rigging systems exist, but perform a best guess and fail lots of the time. I don't know of a VRM or Wildo compliance option. Perhaps there are editor plugins already, but I suspect I will need to create something. This might make for a good pet project. If the viability rises though, it might turn into a good option for 3D VTubers to make something better than Vroid VRMs for themselves. And following in the steps of giants, naturally I'd come in a community resource for free. Concept phase now, experimentation soon. 2 candidate building comes after, because I don't want to back into a corner with this approach. More as I thinker, peeps. So what he's trying to say is that he's trying to create an app, and I don't think that is impossible, because everything that he's saying here, I already saw people doing with AI before, but not all of this together. So I think it just needs a person to do a very good app that puts all of these to work together to create a model by prompting or something, or based on an image, and it will create on Blender like a model, a 3D model for you, and will bone rig that, for you as well, and you have like a ready to go like probably with already package of like custom blend shapes and all, and you already have like a ready to go VRM model for you to use like as a 3D VTuber, like 3D VTuber. Which I think it's amazing, and it's not difficult to imagine that soon someone will come up with an app like that. It will be even more crazier than what Leaflet done, because literally everyone in a very few steps will be able to create literally any model that they actually want, from just a prompt and an image or something like that. They'll create a 3D VRM model for use as a VTuber. That will be so freaking awesome. So freaking awesome. And yeah, probably it's still in baby steps. Probably they will have a lot of mistakes and problems to fix, and will take some time, but you can already foresee this working on the future, Or maybe something that is not even this, but even better. I don't know. It's really not difficult to tell,
Will transform content and how it affects VTubers in the future and how it affects artists, because I do care about that. I care about VTubing culture, and I care about artists and their livelihoods. That matters to me a lot. Editing and people editing, that's another thing too. Editors.
What you guys think, guys? There is a VTuber culture. There is a VTuber culture specifically. What do you guys think about this take of hers? Like, I mean, there's a wide variety of different thoughts in VTuber. Like, that's why I don't even dare call it a community. But at the same time, there are very, very few specific things that only pertain to VTubers. It doesn't matter which their sides of the political spectrum they are, actually. that are generally intrinsically involved with all VTubers in general. So maybe she's right on this take. A VTuber culture, you know? The VTuber culture. So maybe she's right, but I still think that it's kind of hard to say that there is a culture in VTubing. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Editors, I think, are one of those people that are under-respected, I think. Content creators owe a lot to editors. And even on the editing side, there are so many AI programs and softwares out there that are
Yes,
trying
I'm
to
aware,
create
Truck, that there's a lot of
clippable
problems
moments
yet.
to put out there for content.
But there is the point, like,
And yeah,
yet.
it does make it cheaper for people that are creating content to use, but it also puts editors out of jobs too. So I mean, it's one of those things too. You know, programs and everything else is becoming more advanced to make those jobs, you know, formerly that were used in a more human capacity.
Hello,
business.
Meaty.
And I mean, you know, times change. Things become more irrelevant and everything. And I do think that, you know, the art community, you know, deserves a lot of respect. I do think that this isn't something that's being talked about enough right now. How AI impacts the algorithm, like I said, on TikTok and YouTube, and what it's doing to VTubing overall. But yeah, no, this is so topical right now. How AI affects VTubing overall in the algorithm, because right now it's killing VTubers. And so many people that are trying to break out of the box.
I'm not sure about
from
that.
5
Chacha.
viewers to 30 viewers.
For the things
The thing
the
that
reason I
AI
stated
does
right
for
before.
VTubing, because currently the tracking, you know, it's choppy here and there, but it's
are the
only getting
sweetest little
better.
cutie pie.
It's only getting better. And so the truth is that you make this more commonly used, and so many people start getting into VTubing. But you make something like this so easily accessible, it's hard to differentiate this between, you know, 2D VTube.
Yeah, Tract. How is it killing VTubers while making it simpler to become one? I think just because you widen the amount of people starting VTubing now because it's way easier to start, which I don't think it's true. Because I still think, in my opinion, I still think that if we are talking about be easier and ready to go, it's way more easier for you to go buy a pre-model or a customizable model and just set up like VTube Studio to use, okay? The leaflet one requires a little bit more of care to create the model than it's not that much difficult. It's not difficult. But someone might look at that and think like, oh, that's not for me. It's literally easier. It still is easier for you to pay some pre-model like I did with this one or a customizable model that actually go to leaflet app. Even though she tried to make the most user-friendly as possible, truth is that a lot of people just don't like to prompts. They don't like to, they don't understand yet, and they don't like to do that stuff, So I don't think that it's gonna ruin VTubing at all. Like, just making easier, like and cheaper for people actually acquire this. Like, I think it's easier to tell that customizable VTuber models are actually doing that, and not what Leaflet actually did, Because I'm seeing a lot of VTubers out there using the same freaking customizable model, and you can notice because of the art style, even though they are configured differently for each other, but you can tell them apart because they are the same they are the same model, so you can tell that apart. Like, some easier, some not much, but you can literally tell them apart that easy. So I would say that if it was the case, like, customizable models would be actually the ones making that. But of course, that doesn't work. That doesn't make artists like worried, right? That doesn't make artists worried. Obviously not. Oh my god, that is so freaking retarded freaking gay man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah, this is also like so nothing burger, you know? This is a freaking huge nothing burger, literally.
And stuff like that. And then you get thousands.
And even if like it doesn't matter, even if it Leaflet's app actually done that together with pre-made models and customizable models and stuff like that, made VTuber more accessible. And so what? So no one has the rights to start like VTubing. Like it has to be for a limited elite class of people. Like I already saw many quote unquote artists saying bullshits in that sense. I saw people actually believing all that. That's so freaking crazy. Okay? So so you're telling me that people cannot have like the freedom to just start a career on YouTube or whatever it is, or streaming that easily, because it will make everyone's life worse, like with more competition around? Like that's what you're telling me? That's why I understood in all of this. You cannot have more competition. Like Flash YouTubers have all of this. There's every day like people starting new IRL face like channels. Faceless channels have this. And probably they are the ones that face this the more, because there are people out there that make 50, 800 channels, like automated AI channels out there. The faceless channels probably are the worst ones in that situation. And even so, they keep thriving. But no, VTuber is the no. VTuber is the only one that you cannot have competition. No, you have to gatekeep that and not allow anyone to start that easy, you know? Yeah.
Thousands of people
Oh, holy fucking
flooding
shit,
an
man.
already niche space. And you get people complaining, well, why do I only have 5 to 10 viewers? And I do think that it takes a lot of soul away from VTubing. But is it creative? Oh, it absolutely can be, and it's going
It doesn't. You can have a lot of soul in your channel by using this. Because guess what? People are there watching because of you. This is just part of it. It's just how people are gonna find you at first. People will stay because of you. So it doesn't matter if you're using this. It doesn't matter if you're using fucking PNG. It doesn't matter if you are literally not using nothing, like faceless channel, just a voice in the background. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
to be only more and more creative. If you want to do this with 2D art, something like this, to animate it and
Yes,
rig
that's
it,
they are just
that's an
afraid of
extra
competition. That's all.
$1,000 to add to your VTuber model.
You know, VTubers like me and many others from my size and lower should be the ones most worried with all of this, because we are small. And any drop like makes a huge difference for us, because we live on limit, you know? We should be the ones most worried with that. But our freaking huge VTubers like Chacha and many others that are so freaking worried with all of this stuff. That's incredible. It's so freaking insane to me.
And that's one singular animation.
VTubers that literally, even if their audience is halved, it does obviously it's gonna hurt, but it doesn't destroy their lives. They will keep like thrive. They will keep living. They will still be keep like to be paying their bills and etc. Like, why they are the ones most worried with all of that? If they are already like widely known, like they don't need to worry about anything. Why they are so worried? I can't understand that. I can't understand. I just don't understand that. They shouldn't be the ones that
donation of
shouldn't be
50 from
worried at
Truck.
all.
What's
Uh,
Yagami backwards?
Um,
New donation of 10 from Terry.
what?
Money. Money for the Foxu.
Why there is so many notifications now? What's going on?
This is just a test. New donation of 3 from someone.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
New donation of 3 from someone.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I think
about the way that
I
that
think I think all the alerts like went together. All the donation alerts from before, like they appeared together.
Sorry, just
Yeah.
testing.
Ko-Fi
New
woke up is
donation of
exactly
3 from
what happened,
someone.
correct?
This is just
Yeah,
a test.
there is your
New
your
donation of
previous
3
like
from someone.
notifications.
it's impacting things like our cartoons and stuff too.
I forgot even what I was talking about. I'm sorry.
It's interesting. People, you know, talk about, well, what happened to Disney back when Disney was really good and, you know, people were hand drawing things. And then all of a sudden they move to a different art style because it's faster, it's easier to pump out those videos, those movies, and the artistic form is lost. At the moment, my personal belief is that the current AI models and things being made cheapen the art of 2D VTubing. Not in the sense that it's going to be cheaper to buy art, because I don't think that we should praise the idea that, oh, this is going to bring down the cost of 2D VTubing and 2D art because then people will charge less and everything. Because I think that, you know, that people still, artists, quality artists, still need a means to be able to support themselves in their livelihood. But yeah, it does create an oversaturation for sure. But yeah, that's what
She's literally being liberal NIMBY boomer right now? Well, I don't think she's old enough to be boomer, probably. But yeah, I mean, she's trying what Chacha is trying to do here. At least it's my understanding, okay? I might be wrong. My understanding is she's being the over-the-fence person. She's not attacking AI deliberately. Like, she's saying, oh, look at this, how awesome it is, how cool. But at the same time, she cannot be against the AI, like, trippy, like, people, you know, like, because she, like, she's a big content creator, so obviously the big VTuber, the big names in the ages, they are so afraid to go against the artist community, right, guys? So she has to be this over the fence thing, like, oh no, but there's this side, and there's this one, and you know, and I don't know, guys, and this is what she's trying to pull out here, you know, in my
I
opinion.
want to, again, I did not want to, this is not to berate or belittle Leaflet or anything. This is not diminishing. This is just an example. I was very impressed by this, and I saw it.
Oh, damn. I think I'll never grow then because I cannot stand living like this. It's not for me. It's just not for me. Oh, like like to live online, like walking on eggshells? No, it's not for me. Definitely not.
And I
for
was
me.
like, this is why TikTok VTubers
The only thing I walk on eggshells here is to talk about my government and my country.
are being suppressed in 3D and 2D. This is why. It's because AI is just becoming more and more and more and more accessible to the point where VTubing is seen as AI in their algorithm stuff. Oh yeah, she seems very nice, very cool, absolutely. But yeah, I just wanted to explain and kind of give my thoughts about this because I do think it's super topical.
No, I really don't. I really don't think that. Oh, I clicked on the video. Oh, damn. I really don't think it's what's going on at all. Like, literally not. I mean, it's not like she's all wrong on this, but I mean, that's not enough. That's not enough for you to hit the hammer. That's not even close to be enough for you to hit the hammer and say, oh no, it's because of this, because AI is bad and AI did this to VTubers, you know? It's just another plausible excuse, you know? Like, yeah, VTube signaling, but a more like over the fence one. Yeah. Oh, Shasha, everyone's talking about this, Chacha. You gotta do something. You gotta say something. Say the word, Chacha. Say the word, Chacha. And that's exactly that. But yeah. But honestly, I don't want to criticize her because of that. I mean, because I literally don't know Chacha at all. Literally, at least up to where I remember, my only contact with her content is this one. But yeah, first impression is not good, but I mean, I still know too little of her to just say that she's bad because of this, you know? But yeah, definitely not good. But I mean, yeah. Just want to remind you guys to join our Discord server. You can do that by hopping on the link tree that is on your screen right now. But obviously, like, if you're gonna join, don't be a libtard, don't be a commie, don't be a leftoid retarded, like, don't have pronouns in your profile. But if you're not on that, like, over the fence people like Chacha, you are welcome to join the Discord, okay? So yeah. Sleep well, Frosty. Also, take this moment that while you are in the link tree to support Foxu on Patreon or Ko-Fi. On Patreon, you have many types of memberships that give you some perks like roles on the Discord and also access to exclusive content on Patreon. So yeah, hope you enjoy and avoid supporting Booktube at all costs because they suck almost everything. They'll give nothing to Foxu and still shadow bans me as a reward. So yeah. Let's go to the next one. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-Tail Fox Tire member, the Holy Ball, and to all of my 3-Tail Fox Tire members, Wallony Wolf, Fanny Sylvie, Heat Himself, Chile Not Serious, Eustace the Useful, Zealous Isaiah, Ala Rosas, Max Tenor, Nugutino, Avery, Halcyonic Eder, and TV8. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone that have been supporting me on Ko-Fi, Kick, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. And that's it for today, my dear Fox Links. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.